So here we can see the fire steel scraper and fire steel that Origin Knife make attached to the bottom of the Kydex sheath using cable ties, and it's still secured and locked up with a Helicon Tex locking pin. There's a nice complete wee package with the fire steel and the scraper all put together. So here we have the Kukri up next to Gransford Bruck's camp axe. This is the one that's smaller than the small forest axe. And it's just to give you a size comparison between the two. So here we are at my new camp, and the woods at the present moment in time are in full bloom and a good canopy above us here as well, the foliage. So this is ideal material for the Kukri to be chopping up and clearing. Now they're there sitting ready to go, and this deadfall tree across the path here, I'm going to use this to start my camp in about this area here. So let's see how the Kukri gets on then. So what I've got here is a piece of ash that I need to remove, which is grown in the centre of my camp, and this one here and the one next to it. So what I'm going to do is actually try the Kukri without the gloves on, just to see how this rocky pattern G10 handle is when it comes to chopping. So here we go. There we go. So there's the knife after chopping down that 30-foot ash. It was definitely as good as a small forest axe anyway. There's the hand, perfect, no problems with the grip. Really pleased with that, because this is one of the things that I've failed a Kukri in the past for, was the discomfort of the rear of the tang biting in to this part of the hand. You can see there's no marks there. Right, need to cut this pole here to make my tripod. Same again without the glove. Let's see how we go on. There you go. Right, we'll sharpen off the end of this piece of ash here for my tripod. Yeah, that should be good enough. Let's see how it does as a draw knife then. The Kukri is very efficient as a draw knife. Just look at these shavings. I know this is a green piece of wood, but that's as good as I've had with any knife. It's probably the best I've actually had as a draw knife. Right, let's see how the 90-degree tang works on bark. He's made it sharp for me to be used with a ferrocerium rod or used for scraping, and during the testing of the prototype I actually found it so sharp that you could actually scrape out a bowl with it because of this shape. So this is the production model, so let's see how sharp this one is. Try it on this piece of bark here. I'll just need to get over this branch just a second. Look at that. I mean, they must have done that in about 5 or 6 seconds. And I don't know if the camera can make this out, but it has actually scooped a gorge in the wood there. Yeah, so I do think that has the possibility of scraping out bowls. It is so sharp. So that's definitely a thumbs up for me. I've been chopping away now, I would say approximately about 2 hours, doing odd bits about the camp, and the edge is holding up really well, to the point I actually still think it's hair shaving sharp. So we'll just test it. Yeah, look at that. You can see that. Now that's really good for 01 tool steel. 2 hours of continuous chopping, I would say approximately. I don't think you can complain about that. And it's sharp all the way to the tip and to the rear. Well happy with the edge retention. One of the areas the Kukri excels at is delimbing your branches, stripping them back. So I'm just going to use a pinch grip here and a quick flick of the wrist. You can see it clears it without any trouble whatsoever. Now again, I'm just going to do a quick snap cut this time. This is slightly thicker. Back to a pinch grip. Smaller stuff. Easy. So this part here will give me quite a good batten. So what I'm going to do is just cut through that. So I'll cut about here. So I'm going to go back now to the rear grip. He extended the length of the handle for me so I could get a bit more leverage into it. So let's see how we go on. Look at that bite. Just turn it round. Nearly 2 hits. There you go. It's a really efficient chopper, this. That'll make a decent batten for me. Yeah, well happy with how it chops. Stripping back this back here to make the handle. Now let's try a bit of battening with it. So this is some ash we've got here that we just took down. So let's see how we got on then. easy. Just holding the kukri at a 45-degree angle, the handle to the wood. You can pick this up just in front of the curve here and hold this at a 45-degree angle. I find works best for me. That no problem. And we put the swedge on the front here. We've just shortened it, so let's see how that works when it comes to splitting. Piece. Try this a bit thicker. Excellent. Feel happy at that. Put this piece of film on the floor. Thumb on top to support it. Just stab vertically down. Get to purchase the tip in. There you go. It's split right through. Stick in, twist. There you go. Easy. Easy enough. So there you go, a bit of wood prep, kindling, feathers, splitting down, really good. Happy enough with that. And I think it can still take hairs off your arm. Oh, now they're away, floating away. So it's off to a really good start, well pleased, no shock running through it, so that was one of my major problems with the previous Kukris I had been using. Handle being too short was another one, and actually when I put my fingers through the choil, hand grip here, I can actually get a two-handed chop like an axe. So here, boom, a double-handed chop. So that's really good, the way he's designed it. And this bulbous end here lets you catch on like a local grip. So I like that. Thumb scallops here at the front for lever cuts. So we come here, pinch in, just in like so. It lets me pinch up. The other thing with the Kukri design also was the tang. Basically I found it had no use on the original one, where I've got this 10mm hole that I can use for my bow drill, friction free socket. Just in this position, haven't brought it out today, and just go like this. I can scrape with it, I can use it as a fire steel scraper, and you see me earlier on gouging out holes into the wood, so could use it for making bowls. It gives a good strong thumb purchase up top as well for reinforcing stabs when coming to splitting wood using the swedge. When processing the wood down to get it to kindling size. This grip that he's done on the inside definitely makes a difference when it comes to gripping with the naked hand, and this faceting, as he calls it, up the front here gives you a nice platform for your thumb to sit on. It's not too aggressive either. Hopefully you can make that out. So that's really helped me out with the improvements with the Kukri. The 01 tool steel, a decent heat treat. It's still shaving sharp, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. Especially when you see the type of wood I've been going through. All these knots like this. Yeah, I love the improvements. This is going to be my go-to tool now when I'm out in the woods. My one tool option. Yeah, this is the guy for me, I think. Handle. What it allows you to do is get two hands on the kukri, so using a local grip at the bottom, index finger through the choil, gives us a nice chopping style, very much similar to the axe, which is quite good for breaking down the kindling. I'll just show you that. So here, if I can get this to stand upright, on top of this tree log here, so there we go, two hands on, and nice. And it just works as simple as that. So let's see what it's like with the shavings then. Stick it in here like so, pull back, fast, efficient, that's what we're looking for.